now the scammers all 很厉害 one, you know. It's very hard to know that they are scammers in the first place. And that's why I feel like even though there's all these nasty comments, nasty names that I'm called, right, I still want to make this known to the public. Hi, I'm Miss Z. I'm currently 36 this year, and at that time, before I fall for the scam, I actually held 2 part-time jobs. So because for part-time jobs, right, usually you only work 1 or 2 days, like per week, and it's actually very insecure lah, cause it doesn't really secure me for the long term since it's on project basis. Then I actually saw this part-time job offer from WhatsApp, and the message actually stated that they are from Shopee and even shows like photos. However, all the processing is actually through this middle person, which we call them the receptionist. So how it works is that you will purchase an item on Amazon worth $100, and then they'll give you $131. So this is like inclusive of 20% of commission and $6 for the first 2 times that you like the item. Actually, I tried once, so they really gave me the money, and then I tried a second time, they still gave me the money. Now that I think back, I think what they are really trying to do is to earn my trust lah, so that I'll really believe in them. So at this stage, right, when the amount is already like $500, I actually still got back like $600 plus. And then later on, what they actually told me was that I made a wrong purchase. So the amount at this point, right, already crossed $1,000, and they said that I have to purchase twice. So the amount is actually $2,000 plus, and the Amazon item is $1,000. So I need to purchase twice. So I purchased it once, right, then I screenshot and sent it to the receptionist. Then she suddenly like scolded me lah, and she said like, "Are you looking for trouble?" Then I said that I'm not looking for trouble. I just, you know, I'm just going to purchase it twice, but I screenshot the first purchase first, and then I send it to you first. Then she told me that this is wrong. So I should have made the quantity of purchase 2 instead of doing 2 separate purchase, right? So I was like, huh? What is the difference? Then she said that it's not right because I have to go through the remedial order, like they call it the remedial order. So like I was panicking at that time lah, because she said that my money was on hold now. So she gave me excuses that she will tell the merchant, and I was really panicking at that time because I felt like I really did something wrong. And she said that like she will get punished because of what I did. So like it made me feel bad also. Yeah. So I felt really bad, and then I kept thinking about how and what I did wrong. Afterwards, like they have this thing called the repurchase order. So when you see this amount, right, it's actually very high, and I felt that this is an amount that I cannot bear the burden anymore. So I actually borrowed from my sister because I left actually a sum of money with my sister to pay off my HDB loan. So when I asked for my sister for the money, right, she actually never asked me much about it because I told her that it's just to get my salary, and then she thought, you know, I was working, right, so this is basically for my salary, so she didn't question me. And at that point in time, I actually lost $15,600 in a matter of 12 hours. It's like, how can I be so stupid? Like, how can I not think about this? How can I, you know, not spot these red flags, right? But at that point in time, right, I was actually already cooled down and not panicking anymore, but it was too late. Like, it took me like more than 10 hours to actually, you know, realize it. Yeah, so actually the first person I told was my younger sister, and at that point in time, there's nothing we can do already, and we know that there's no way we can pay off the HDB loan. Then she also said like, 早知道我应该阻止你, but I feel like she shouldn't be to blame lah. Like I should be the one to blame because when I basically didn't spot like the red flags, right? I didn't think much about it when the messages came in. So after the scam, right, I actually, you know, felt that this needs to be made known to the public lah. Then I actually asked my sister whether she knows anyone, any reporter that I can bring this news to. So we actually got the WhatsApp number from like a news station asking for any type of reports lah. So when I contacted the reporter, I shared with him, and my sister actually warned me first, like that when I bring this to the media, to the public, there will always be like 2 sides. So one side will be like the supportive, say nice things, but there will also be that very ugly side who would blame me, call me names, say like stupid, or how can be so gullible, or like I'm greedy or what. Yeah, but I feel like at the end of the day, I still want to make this known to the public, because I think for myself, right, because I don't read the news much, there wasn't any like awareness. So without this awareness, I wasn't able to detect the scam. And if I don't bring it to the public, right, people won't know that such scams actually, is happening. And like now the scammers all 很厉害 one, it's very hard to know that they are scammers in the first place. And that's why I feel like even though there's all these nasty comments, nasty names that I'm called, right, I still want to make this known to the public. Yeah. I feel like my friends and family like really, helped me throughout this whole process lah. And they were very important in helping me, recover from this scam. Because like my children, after knowing that I got scammed, right, they actually said that I don't need so much money. So yes, like for now, right, we are just trying to live within our means. And my sister also, when I told her that I got scammed, right, she actually also comforted me and said that like 钱是可以赚回来的, like money can be earned back one. Yeah, so this thing actually strengthened all of us to have more awareness and to look out for each other as well. Like in whatever we do now, right, we make extra checks. Like I checked so many times with you even before meeting you for this interview, right? So I think like high awareness is something that, despite being troublesome, like we will be more assured. And I feel like everyone, other people should be doing these extra checks too. I think yes, the community support is very important. Like we should, always share with our friends and family about what is happening in Singapore, because like for myself, because I'm so busy with like part-time jobs and I take care of my family, I actually don't get much exposure to what is happening in Singapore. Like I don't read out on news and everything. But if people actually send these messages to me like through WhatsApp or anything, then maybe I'll have that kind of awareness and I wouldn't have fell for this scam. I think most importantly is to really help the victims to speak up, but I completely understand when victims are unable to step out and share their stories because of the seriousness of it, right? Like when I got scammed, I also didn't want to, like I wanted to share it, but at the same time, I didn't want my parents to know about it. So I think it is very difficult for victims of different circumstances to come out and share their stories. But that's why that one thing that we need to help victims now is really to help them to speak up and share about their experience, to report it to the police also, and basically to help them, represent them and share what happened, their circumstances, and to show the public that these victims have feelings also, and it's not just about the monetary loss. Like there's a lot of emotions that we go through as well. And at the same time, right, this will help to prevent more people from falling victims to scams. Of course, we know that there are two sides, but you will always still wonder, why some people would think that way. Why are you looking down on the victims? Because nobody wants to be a victim, what? I do see some comments when they say like, it's because you are greedy, but most of the time it's really not about the greed. Maybe there are some who are, but most of the time, there are people who actually wants to earn money for school fees, pay bills, or like any other thing, and nobody will want this to happen.